light up Pigments, and here we go. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Oh, that is such vibes. Oh my goodness. We nailed it. We nailed it. Hey guys, I am about to start working on a track. I'm working on a live performance. And instead of just working on the track here in the studio, I thought I would turn the camera on and make a video. So here we are. I'm working on the next entry in the live performance series. I've landed on track number 3 of, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5. And the way I'm doing this is I'm sort of following the circle of fists. If you guys don't know what the circle of fists is, I'll put it on the screen right now. And you guys can see that there is a logical order to these keys. They're arranged by their 5th note, going in one direction, and their 4th note going the other direction. And what I like to do for my live performances is follow the circle of fists naturally. I play in minor keys for these types of performances, so we've landed on the key of A sharp minor, and so that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, I thought I would start out this video by showing off the Modal Engine and the new Pigment 6. Give Arturia their flowers. Everybody really loves the new Modal Engine, and we're gonna start there, and then whatever happens after that, happens. So anyway, thank you for being here, and yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, here we are in Ableton Live 12. This is gonna be an ambient / chill ambient tutorial for whoever this is for. There's no skill requirement for this video. If you know, you know. So feel free to follow along in any other DAW or any other software of your choice. I'll be playing in 93 beats per minute, and I'll be playing an A sharp / B flat minor. Okay, where I thought we'd start is with Pigment 6 and the new Modal Engine. So if you don't have Pigments, I'll leave the link down below in the description. And yeah, Pigment 6 is an amazing free update for all Pigments owners. And what I'm gonna do is just go here and go up at the top and go new preset. And we're gonna switch engine 1 to modal. And the first thing I'm gonna do before I even touch the Modal Engine is up the release here of our main amp envelope to like 1.5 seconds. And I'll switch the resonator type in the middle from string to beam, all right? And that's gonna give us like a kind of glass-like tone right away. One thing you can really, kind of go hard on is this whole physical modeling thing. This Modal Engine can be like really glassy and icy, or it can be really weird. It could be like really ethereal. I mean, there's so many different tones. They really gave us some really nice options to play with here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to change the friction mode or the friction exciter mode from friction to granular, right? And I'll turn up the volume here. And you can hear that when I play now, okay? It's almost like I'm bowing really slowly or really fast if I turn up the rate, okay? Which is cool. And that sounds like glass to me, okay? We can quantize the warp here and adjust the warp to taste. That's really nice. Almost sounds like metal, right? And what we can do is change the timbre here from like pure to, I don't know, like full. Change the shaper from square to something else. Play with them. See which one you like. Kind of like E-piano, it's kind of cool. Right? So there's a lot of tones here. We get up the bass. Still doesn't quite sound like glass yet. We're getting there. There we go. Nice, excellent. So it's really quite a versatile oscillator. Again, if you just want to go for glass tones, you want to do something else. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a pad out of this. And the way we do that is just by upping the rate here on the granular exciter, if you will, to the point where it just starts resonating full time. Love that, right? Because what we can do with that is we can, put some effects on it. We can go all kinds of crazy. So let's adjust our amp envelope once again. We'll go say like 5 seconds here, 5 seconds of decay, lower the sustain down, up the release to like 5 seconds, adjust the attack curve. There we go. You play chord. And if that's too high for you, you can either play lower down on the keyboard, or what I'm gonna do is just kind of lower it down, -12 semitones, just play the same keys. There we go. Oh yeah. Interesting. So there's all kinds of little tweaks, and that's one thing that really surprises me about the Modal Engine is that, you know, just little subtle touches to the knobs can really change the tone of it. Like I said, it can be really weird or it can be really glassy and ethereal like we have now. So that's cool. Now we can filter this out. I've got a low pass 12 dB filter here. I can kind of lower this down. Right now it's in analog mode. We can switch it to digital. Oh yeah. Really nice. Let's go ahead and add a sub oscillator to this by coming over to the utility engine, adding a triangle sub oscillator and lowering down the volume here. I like that. Now let's do some modulation, all right? This might be fun. So what we're gonna do is come over to the random tab. We'll use this new random modulator. We'll smooth it out. Up the distance here. We'll change the rate to like 2/1. Let's change it to straight only. Find 2/1, there we go. And we'll use that on different parameters inside the Modal Engine. So we'll say, sort of randomize the morph here. Randomize the shape ever so slightly. Okay. Adjust the range to like 5. Oh yeah, that's really nice. Love that. And we can even use the random on the actual rate of the granular decider, which might be kind of neat. Kind of give us a hint like, you know, it's still being bowed, right? That's cool. I like that. And we'll also use that random on the actual cutoff itself. There we go. Now let's add some effects. All right, so we've done a lot of work here on the modal oscillator. Let's go ahead and add some effects here. First thing I'm gonna do is put a multi-band compressor. Adds a little bit of detail. Very nice. I'll add a bit crusher here, and maybe we'll lower down the dry wet and put that same random on the downsample. Oh yeah, that's kind of interesting, right? I love that. And we'll add a delay here. We'll just go with a ping pong delay. I'm gonna go with the classic delay, Science Ping Pong, again, which is just basically the stock ping pong preset with just a little bit more dry wet, a little bit more feedback, okay? And for reverb, what I'm gonna do is just add a subtle shimmer here, okay? Very subtle shimmer, like maybe 10%. Again, this is feedback up, size up, pitch shift is at +12 semitones. And for reverb, you know, the final touch here is I'm gonna add a preset from Supermassive from Remote Vision's Aster. This just came out on Material. I'll leave the link down below in the description for this one. 24 production ready presets, and they're really quite amazing. They really take Supermassive to the next level, if you will. And I'll come over here, Aster, and the preset I'm gonna use here is the one I'm obsessed with, Dark Pallades. Oh yeah, listen to that. That's so good. Oh my goodness. Oh, so good. So think about it. I mean, you know, you're in the middle of a set like we're doing. I mean, this is track 3 of, you know, many, and this just comes on. That's exactly what's gonna happen. All right, let's go ahead and make a MIDI clip here. We'll go ahead and adjust this. Let's make a 16 bar MIDI clip. Oh, I love this. Switch this to 2 bars. All right. There we go. I'm using the right arrow keys to input notes here. As I'm changing the keys on my push, I'm just hitting the right arrow, and that's changing the actual notes that are coming out. There we go. Let's go ahead and play this. So there's the start of our track. Gorgeous, glassy tones coming from that Modal Engine. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's just, they've given us just such a nice new palette to work with. I mean, you combine that with all the granular stuff going on, the analog stuff they have in here. I mean, Pigments, it does it all. It really does it all now. Fantastic. All right, cool. Happy with that. And what I'm gonna do is add a secondary pad here because I feel like it's kind of thin. So it needs something to kind of, you know, thicken it up a little bit. And what I thought we'd do is use Myth. All right, we got Myth here loaded up. And what's great about Myth is not only you have one, but you have two irises. If you don't have Myth, you can feel free to use Zyklop, which is the little sister to Myth, the free alternative. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a wavetable. I'll grab one of those Starforge wavetables again. Let's go ahead and grab these down here. I'll grab Starforge number 4 and drop it into resynthesize version 2 here on the left-hand side. And what I'll do is right away, I'm going to adjust my ADSR, my main ADSR here to say 4.5 seconds, 4.5 seconds here. Add some release and lower down the slew amount here. There we go, let's go ahead and play this. Very nice. Right click on that iris and create and use new LFO. Very nice. So it sounds like, you know, your standard, you know, wavetable oscillator, right? But it's got something to it. Like, I really love the way that when it's scanning through, let's adjust the way it's scanning. So we'll come to the main LFO here, add a purl in. There we go. Oh yeah. Really nice stuff. Love that. Maybe we can add a soft after that, which adds sort of a mellowness to the way that it's rising and falling. Excellent. Let's go ahead and start filtering this. We're gonna turn on the filter engine here, add a multi-mode filter, lower it on the cutoff. Oh yeah. Excellent. We can come over to the oscillator tab, activate the oscillator section. We'll add a wave generator here for some more synth-like tones. Up the detune, up the spread. So now we have a sawtooth after our iris. Oh yeah, really nice. We can add another LFO here, so we'll come over to the right-hand side, add another LFO. We're going to sync this up and turn off retrig mode and make it a 4-bar LFO. And we'll use this LFO over here on the filter. So we'll select the cutoff, and then we're going to select LFO2 and just add some amount here. So now our filter is moving. Really nice. We can use LFO1, which is our now random LFO on the FM amount here. So we'll add some randomness to the FM. Love that. Fantastic. Again, this is all pre-effects, so we haven't even added any effects yet. Fantastic. All right, so let's add a second iris now. So we're gonna right click on here. We're gonna say resyn V2 mono because we don't wanna affect the left-hand side. We'll say FM3 here. This is just one of the stock. There we go. We'll use LFO1 here. That's kind of crazy. Actually, let's use LFO2. I love that. Wow. Wow, what happened there? Let's adjust that. That might have been a bug. I don't know. There we go. Oh yeah. I love it. Let's come over to oscillator 2. Maybe we'll even pitch this up an octave. How about that? We'll add another wave generator here. Let's add a octave -1 and we'll change it to a triangle. There we go. We'll turn on the mix. Oh my god, that's wild. Oh yeah. Love that. That must have been a bug, huh? That's crazy. Either way, now we got 2 irises working. See what that's doing. Now let's add some effects. All right, cool. A lot of grains delay here. Up the glitter. Oh my gosh. Let's add a traditional delay here. We'll sync it up. Make it dotted 8th note. Make it ping pong. Up the feedback. Oh, fantastic. Now let's add a gain here after oscillator 1. Find it up here in the utilities. See how that gain is actually grounding us now? Now we're up in the level here. Oh, I love that. Combine that with the modal oscillator. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's add another preset from Aster. Gotta go hard on Aster today. Again, link down below in the description. These are fantastic presets for Supermassive. Let's find one that we like here. Let's go with Ice Planet Hoth. Good choice. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, put that through the pad bus. I love it. So, if you combine those two pads together, you hear now we've got a nice thick atmosphere. So when the track opens up, that's what you're gonna land on. I love that. All right, we'll do another MIDI clip here. Let's just make this one an 8-bar. We're gonna do very simple chords, okay? So we'll go 1 bar here on the fixed grid. Just go ahead and just add a chord here. Nothing to that. All right, we'll restart the scene. There we go. Excellent. All right, so again, Myth, the bomb diggity. Again, if you don't have Myth, use Cyclop here. We barely even scratch the surface. I mean, there's so much modulation we could do here with, you know, key tracking and I mean, all kinds of stuff. It's wild. Myth just gets really crazy really fast. Almost too much to pack in a video, right? Add some Purify to this. What do you modulate that? Let's modulate the FM amount. Make it a little dirtier. Oh yeah, beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Fantastic. Ooh, let's add a sweet here. Gotta add a sweet. Let's add a sweet. A little bit of sugar. Sprinkle a little sugar on it, you know? Final touches. Awesome. All right, cool. Now let's add some rhythm because we've kind of set the atmosphere. It's very ambient-like, but again, this is 93 beats per minute. It just came after a dub techno track. Let's set some rhythm here. So what I'm gonna do is grab some kick drums. Your kick drums may vary. You might just have some laying around, but I'm gonna use my own little drum rack here, full of kick drums, because, you know, that's how I roll. So with a kick, I mean, you kind of want to be like, all right, not overly selective, but you want to make sure your kick kind of fits your track. So again, I'm gonna find one that I like here. This is just a drum rack filled with samples from Triaz. Ooh, I like that one. Right there, right there. And what I like to do with kicks, especially with like these, you know, kind of signs of lifestyle tracks, is I'll leave it on 16th notes, and I'll make like a 2-bar MIDI clip. All right. And what you can do is just use one of these random, you know, generators here in Ableton. All right. So we're playing the deep kick punchy. I think that's what it's called. Make sure we're on the right one. Let's go ahead and make a pattern here. No, we're on, let's go down one more. There we go. So we can change this to, let's say, yeah, and just kind of mess with the step duration until you're happy. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use, you know, one half of it going here, and then I'll select this side of it and do another pattern, all right? So we're kind of getting something random every time, all right? So go ahead and play. And that's kind of cool. Like, that gives us a sense of rhythm there, right? And again, that's just using the MIDI generator here, rhythm. I'm already feeling that though. All right, let's put a snare in there. Let's rename this before we get started. Kick, and we'll call this Myth. And this one over here is the P6. There we go. Let's put a snare in. Our CPU is really starting to hover. I might have to freeze the track. All right, we'll put a snare in here. We'll go to drum racks, snares. And so we're just gonna put a snare in, and that snare is gonna kind of set the foundation, if you will, and then we can adjust the kick to taste, all right? I'll show you what I mean. So what we're gonna do here is just make a 1-bar, you know, simple snare track, okay? I'm gonna put on the 1-2 and the 1-4, all right? And I'll come over here to device view. I'll hit play. Oh yeah. Put on classic mode. Lower down the release. Very nice. Come back over to one shot. Transpose it. gosh, we nailed that kick drum right away. Like that was just, I'm feeling that. And the lower you make the decay and the release, it gets very ambient-like. That's cool. Up the volume a little bit. Nice, I like it. I like it. Digging it. Sounds good. One thing I like to do is add automaton to my snare drums. Fans of the channel know I love my automaton. It's a free plugin from Audio Damage. Go ahead and drop it on the snare track. Switch the preset to additional beats. Take out the big crush and modulate. And up the effects level. If Automaton doesn't work on your system because it is a legacy plugin, you can use Replicate 3, also from Audio Damage. You can also use the native beat repeat inside of Ableton for the same effect. Very cool. All right, now let's make some glitch percussion over here. All right. Now what I've got is a rack full of glitch percussion that I made myself out of some Trias samples. And what we're gonna do is use some MIDI generators and transformers to create our glitch percussion track. All right. So I'm gonna make a new MIDI clip here. And what I'll do is I'll use Even Seed. Now, Even Seed is from Philip Meyer. I'm gonna leave the link to his MIDI packs down below, volume 1 and 2. And Even Seed, unlike the seed from Ableton, gives you a much more even result, you know? So you can see some of the notes really, really nicely set there. We're gonna switch our bass to something around where our percussion is. Maybe we'll kind of spread this out with the pitch here a little bit. If you're not happy with it, just go ahead and, you know, move some down, move some up, maybe add some. That looks good. Okay, happy with that. Let's go ahead and select all. And what we're gonna do is come over here to the transformers and we're gonna use divs. Now div is also from Philip Meyer. Again, I think this was in volume 1. And what I'm gonna do is make 8 sliders, okay? And what this does is it gives us that instant ratchet effect. So this represents every 8 notes. So we can say like every 2 notes, we're gonna get a double chop here. Again, we gotta select all to have this to happen. We'll go every 2, put on auto, there we go, select all. There we go, every 2, get a chop here. Chop this one, there we go. And just go ahead and play here. Nice. So you can see that like it just gave us an instant ratchet without much work, right? Let's go ahead and adjust this one. I'm gonna transpose this up to like plus 24. Oh yeah, put that through the drum bus. That's instant vibes. Now one thing I'm also gonna do is put one of my own custom racks after that. I'm gonna grab it here. This is for patrons on my Patreon. You guys know I love my glitch percussion effects rack. This is a rack full of the beat repeat plugin from Ableton with the microfills preset over here, little auto pan, the compressor. But just listen to that. I mean, I'm gonna solo it real quick. That's the result. That's what I'm talking about. Really nice stuff. You can adjust the rate here, adjust the pitch. I made little macros for it. Oh yeah, sounds great. Again, this is just, you know, some samples from Trias that I made really, really short. I transposed them using the transpose knob here. And yeah, put them through my little effects rack, some automaton. That's the recipe, guys. Now, one thing this track needs is a bass. I'm gonna rename this glitch. Let's go ahead and put a bass here. Let's add vital to our track. Why not? We'll go with vital for a bass. And with a song like this, I really wanna, you know, modulate the bass, right? So I'm gonna kind of see what I feel like after we create this bass sound. So let's go ahead and change the filter to 24. Go ahead and adjust the resonance here. We're gonna leave envelope 1 as it is. Make a secondary envelope here. Decay is around ½ second. Drag it over to the cutoff filter, lower down the amount here. And we'll play a nice low note. Let's go ahead and find where that is. B flat 0. Oh yeah. Cool. All right. Oh yeah. Just kind of jamming, see what's up. All right, let's go ahead and add a compressor here. We'll adjust the mix, adjust the attack and release. That sounds good. We'll add a distortion. We'll go signfold distortion up the drive a little bit, lower down the mix down. There we go. Maybe we'll add some unison to this bass. 3 voices unison, lower down the detune, lower down the spread here. Oh yeah. Very nice. Oh yeah. Excellent. Now again, that's just a filter sawtooth, right? Let's go ahead and add a sine wave here for little vibes. Let's add some sine wave. Make sure it's going through filter 1. Lower down the mount here. Maybe we can make that an octave lower for a deeper. Oh yeah. Oh, dude. Love it. Let's just go with that. Let's go with that. There we go. Record new. Let's go ahead and see how we did here. Open it up. Oh yeah. We'll switch this to quantize right here. Go ahead and make sure our grid is all set. Start and end. We'll transform it. There we go. Excellent. Oh yeah. Nice. So there you go. Switch this to the bass buzz. Oh, there we go. Fantastic. That is vibes right there. Oh, I love it. Add a little more drive to our distortion. There we go. A little drive to our distortion. Awesome. That's vibes. Now what's left? Of course, we gotta add a sequence. Gotta add a sequence, right? Let's rename this. It's our bass. We'll make a new MIDI track here. And let's call this our sequence, sequence 1. Very nice. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use Pigments for this, all right? I think everybody knows Pigments, they love Pigments. It's a great synthesizer for doing basic sequence work like this. So what I'm gonna do is just switch engine 1 to a wavetable and make it a sawtooth here. So move the position around 0.666. And then turn on engine 2, and we're going to make it a wavetable as well. Leave it on sine wave. We're gonna leave it on 24 low pass filter and drag the cutoff down to around 500 hertz, all right? And what we're gonna do is take the sustain out of it, leave the decay around, say, a second. That's good. And then with envelope 2, we're gonna leave the decay at 500 milliseconds and drag envelope 2 up to the cutoff filter ever so slightly. There we go. Very nice. We'll take an LFO and we'll switch the retrig source to free running, okay? And we'll switch the rate to straight only, make it 4/1, drag it up to the cutoff filter and switch the polarity to positive polarity, meaning now we have a unipolar sine wave LFO moving our cutoff filter that's free running. That's the key. Cool. All right, let's actually add some velocity here to the cutoff filter as well. And, you know, velocity to the fold mod never hurt, or velocity to the pulse width mod. Why not? You know, any little bit that you can do, especially when you start adding some sequence notes. Okay, what are we gonna do? You know? All right, cool. I'm feeling that. All right, let's go ahead and add stepic. You know, when I start to sing, you know, my sequence, that's when you know I'm feeling it, all right? You know I'm in the vibe, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and in stepic, we're going to switch the root note to A sharp number 3, and we'll switch it to natural minor. And let's go ahead and add some notes. Let's see here. We'll go with C sharp, we'll go ahead and F, there we go. And we'll do this again, and maybe we'll go up here. That's cool, and maybe we'll add a couple octaves here. We'll randomize the velocity, and we'll randomize this. Purple dice means there's no possibility that it's gonna repeat. This is looking good, I'm happy with this. Maybe we'll add one more note there, and yeah. Is that it? That might be it. That's all we need. So again, I kind of try to hear the notes as they're passing by. That'd be cool. All right, let's go. Let's hear how we did. Okay, I'm gonna lower down the gain a little bit. We're going to add a healthy dose of delay and reverb to this, and light up Pigments. And here we go. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, that is such vibes. Oh my goodness. We nailed it. We nailed it. Up the resonance a little bit here. You can play with the cutoff filter to taste. Hell yeah. Oh my goodness. All right. I mean, listen. If you guys follow along this far, thank you for watching. I truly appreciate it. You know, sometimes when I go for freeform tutorials like this, I just want to kind of get in the vibe, get in the mood, make a track, and to have you guys along here on the road with me, I mean, that is signs of life. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, listen, I do tutorials like this every single week on Patreon. You guys would love it over there. Check it out. Link is down below in the description. If you haven't believed it by now, your power is rising, all right? Take every advantage that you possibly can to create the life that you want to live, create the dreams that you want to live, to create the music that you want to make. Everything is in your hands now. The power is inside of you, so don't forget that, okay? There's a lot of people who are watching this channel. I realize my voice is going far and wide across the land, and I'm really just honored and inspired to be here on this platform with you guys. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I love hearing your thoughts. I love hearing the positivity that we're creating on this channel, because that's what it's all about. And yeah, I'll be back again soon with more ambient tutorials just like this one. In the meantime, take good care. And as always, keep your heads in the clouds and your feet planted firmly on the ground. My name is Chris from Signs of Life, and we'll see you guys in the next video.